Hello YouTube. Today is day 11 of my Nofap journey, and the topic of my video today is something pretty personal to me. It's about my relationship with alcohol and cannabis. So, to make a very long story as short as possible, I have been taking those two drugs for I don't know how many years. 10 years at least. I mean, I'm 27 now. Guess I started with 17 to drink and to smoke weed, and I have been doing this ever since. It didn't take long until I found out that, both are pretty destructive. Um, but I didn't really change my behavior until, let's say, 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I seriously started off giving up those two things. And I wasn't very successful in doing it. So what always happened to me is I decided, okay, I'm going to get rid of, let's say, weed. I'm not going to smoke it anymore. What I then did, I went into a more heavy drinking pattern. And it lasted until I started to smoke weed again. Then it kind of balanced out again. I took more weed again and cut on alcohol. Other times I decided, shit, I have become quite a big drinker and it, messes up my body. So I should cut down on drinking. What then happened is my weed consumption went up. And it has been going like this, I don't know, basically forever. At some times I took more drugs in total, at sometimes less, but overall I always had a, steady consumption of either of them into my body. And I know this is very destructive. I can actually feel it. So both drugs do have negative consequences, not only on me, but I would even assume on almost everyone that takes them. So for alcohol, it's sort of, every time after I drink it the next day, I just don't feel good. My body is weak, my eyes are not shining, I smell bad. It's just, I don't know, I just don't feel comfortable at all. And if you have a really bad hangover, it even might take longer than a day. And with weed, the consequences the next day are not so bad. I even would say I don't feel them, but I guess they are there, I just don't notice them. But while I'm smoking weed, I just don't feel good. That's the paradox on about it, I always think, okay, let's smoke a joint to relax. But what then happens is I just don't relax. It just doesn't work. It doesn't give me what I actually need. It doesn't deliver what it promises. It always delivers the exact opposite. So when I start to smoke weed, I feel insecure about myself. I feel like like a weirdo and like I wouldn't achieve anything. And I start to question my life and start to question my previous successes and start to really ask myself very destructive questions. And I just cannot escape those spins of constant questions. It's very ridiculous. And especially it sucks when I'm around people, people, let's say, that are sober. If I have smoked any weed around them, man, this is it's just very bad. I just feel the most unconfident I can ever feel. I just wish I could just disappear. Alcohol is a bit different. If I drink alcohol, I'm fine, with hanging out with people and having fun. And alcohol is pretty common, so everyone drinks it. It's more or less common to be on alcohol while on a party than being sober. So that's not really, I don't experience those negative social effects. But I know that it fucks up my body. That's the key problem. And alcohol shortens the duration of your life, which is not what I want. I want the opposite. I want to live as long as possible, not as short as possible. So at this point, I haven't done any of them since almost 3 weeks, which is the longest streak I ever had. I mean, I had longer periods of time where I didn't drink, maybe 3 months or 4 months, but then I had more weed, or I had period where, you know, cut out weed when I used to live in Asia for a while, and I go there every now and then for a couple of months. There is just no weed, so I just don't have it, and then I drink more. But it always has been, I substitute either one with the other or vice versa. And now since 3 weeks, I have completely cutted them out, and man, I must say I'm feeling great. It's pretty unbelievable what exactly is going on. And as I pointed out earlier, I don't know exactly if all the benefits account to Nofap or if they account to not doing drugs anymore. But my life has changed for the better since a few weeks. It has been an amazing journey, and I do feel much more healthy and younger and more confident about myself. And I feel my physics is improving again, building up quicker. And especially the most important benefit of all of this is the following. I now recognize why I'm doing drugs. So I can't be alone with myself. My head starts to torture me, and it's all of these questions about let's say the purpose of life, or what am I doing, what am I, what's my mission, what's my purpose. It seems like those questions are too much for me. Then what I do is I go into drugs, because this, let's say, it calms down your mind, at least on a superficial level. You just don't have to ask yourself any questions anymore. You can absolutely accept scrolling on Facebook for extended periods of time and just being influenced by some random bullshit that doesn't really help you. But this low level entertainment then is enough for you to so that you feel good. Since I have stopped to take those drugs, I really need to answer these crucial questions. And it is torturing in the beginning, but it gets easier over time. And you really start to understand who you are and what are your desires and what is your mission in life? Where do you want to go? If you don't answer these questions, you're never going to have a direction in your life. You're always going to be the play ball of someone else pushing you around. They have a company, they have a goal, they have somewhere where they want to go, and you're just a part of it, and they tell you what to do. The only reason why this happens is because you, for yourself, you don't have a mission, you don't have a purpose in life. So once you develop your own purpose and your own mission, you're not going to be dependent anymore on other people telling you what you have to do and to say and to feel. You just do whatever what you need to do. But in order to doing this, you need to answer these questions. So if any one of you is struggling with addictions in the same way as I do, or I used to, hopefully, I recommend to you, cut them out. It is difficult, I know it. I'm with you if you're struggling, but the earlier the better. I mean, learn from me. I'm 27 now. I could have done this way earlier, but I just wasn't strong enough. I could have also done it way later, but depending on where you are now, guess it's never too late. So thank you all for listening to this message, and I hope you're going to have a good time and a good life, and see you later. Goodbye.